Man, oh man, has there been a lot of things that have been pleasing the fans in this trailer today. I am satisfied. If you want my honest thoughts, I am satisfied with what we have. Now keep in mind, they are hiding some things, which we will talk about in a different video, because there are a lot of things that still need some answering. However, for what we got today, and in terms of what we're going to be breaking down for today, it's pretty impressive with how far this game has come, and based off with information that we got for this game. Let's go ahead and get this breakdown started. First things first, we are beautifully presented with the newly graphic improved, lighting improved, everything of Twin Leaf Town. Look how beautiful this town looks. I'm amazed. Take a look at the other screenshots that I've taken. You know, this is the town right in Floroma Town with the honey tree. Like, look how beautiful that looks. Canalaf City. And then we get to look at the homeboy himself, Professor Rowan. I am so happy to see this guy. I don't know why, because if you just take a look, and the first things first, I want to know why Lucas's hat is not even on his head as Dawn walks him in to meet the professor as he takes the Pokeball and gets punished for it. I'm just joking, but this is amazing. I love how beautifully graphic this game just improved on, man. It's so good looking. We get to see the briefcase open up with all 3 Pokeballs inside it, indicating the starters that we would be able to choose in this game. And take a look at Heart Home City. You know, I thought this lighting here and shading and the shadows and everything looked really good. The route on the way to Veilstone City and then past Celestion Town, and then this little mini town here with the restaurant right past the hotel where you can see Luker. We haven't seen Luker, by the way, in this trailer, which is really weird, but we'll get to that later on. And as we get to see Route 201, where we meet with Barry and go and catch Mesprit, quote unquote, as they take you just go along and tag along with each other to go and find that. But you realize you don't have Pokeballs, so you go back to the professor, right? And now one thing they kept in this game was just funny to me, is that you can sink within the mud pile in the game. And, you know, I'm guessing this is either the Safari Zone or this is the route past Pastoria City. Because they kept the little sinking swamp thingy in the game, which is pretty funny. And the same thing with Snow Point City, when you're making your way there and then you go into the snowy route and you're getting sunk into the snow and you're slowly maneuvering yourself to get through the path. I just found that really cool. Another thing to note is that there's a new biker outfit in this game. So as soon as you equip the bicycle on yourself, you have a helmet, you have like a whole on different outfit on as you ride your bike, which is really cool. Now I'm assuming this is going to be a new trend within the Pokemon games, because we've seen that in Sword and Shield your outfit magically changes and whatnot. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same ordeal for the next Pokemon games that come out. But this is really cool to see that there's a trend going on from Gen 8. And we take a look at some of these more screenshots, and listen, this was probably the coolest feature that we've seen so far, making its return, and I'm very happy about that. Pokemon following you. We take a look at Weasel catching up to Dawn, and we get to see Staraptor catching up to Lucas, which is on this fog route on your way to Celestic Town. Now this is the route right here. This is past Celestion Town, where you can see Piplup trying to catch up to Dawn. And we can take a look at the battle scene now, where we take a look at Dawn and Piplup coming out of the Pokeball. Not Dawn, but like you get Piplup coming out of the Pokeball. And then you get to battle Last Natalie. Now if you guys know what Pokemon she has, let me know. If not, well, I'm just going to spoil it anyway. She probably has a Sentret and Bidoof on her team, because this is exactly like a platinum type ordeal here in this game, which we'll get later on into this breakdown. But you can take a look at the trainers, you know, the different classes, the hikers, the fishermen, all upscaled, all graphically well made. It's very beautiful. And now we get to the gym. Right, this is the Orberg City Gym. Now, we haven't seen much of the gym leaders in this, but at least they gave us a sneak peek as to what we can expect engaging these fights, engaging these gyms as we move on. Now, take a look at Rourke. Rourke looks really cool. It seems to me that there's going to be like a cinematic cutscene type thing before you actually engage the battle, which is very nice. You get to take a look at the camera angle from up top where you can see his Cranidos, and just take a look at the model himself. You know, I'm very happy that they're going in this direction, which delivers a lot of potential for this game in general. Right now, something to notice is that Chimchar and Turtwig, they kind of have different moves as they level up. You can actually see Chimchar using Fire Punch and then Turtwig having access to Leaf Edge. So I'm assuming that they have updated level up movesets, which is very huge, because Chimchar's, you know, starting out movesets, you know, you don't really get any good moves other than Ember and Mach Punch as you level up. But if you get Fire Punch early on, like we saw in the trailer, that's pretty good and speaks a lot for the starters in this game. One thing making its return that I'm very excited about is the capsules. Capsules indicating the decoration and the customization feature for your Pokeballs, and having your Pokemon being sent out in fashion. I'm very excited for this because I used to do this all the time as a kid, and having my starter come out and having all the smoke and whatnot, and having all these letters and symbols and characters, whatever, coming out of the Pokeball, and just making it look cool was something relatively nice to see making its return. And speaking of customization, our characters, surprisingly enough, Lucas and Dawn, can be customizable. There are some new custom outfits that you can wear and that you can rock throughout your journey, and I'm a very big fan of it. One thing that I hope is that there are more selections of what they've shown. Maybe there's going to be a lot more style shops spread out throughout the entire region, and maybe not just in one location, but maybe they're going to reveal more information about that later on. But I'm very happy with how they look. I kind of like how Lucas is rocking some of these outfits. I really like the cyber one, but let me know what outfit you guys like. But overall, I'm very surprised that there's any customization for the characters themselves. It's really, really cool to see. Something that I was hoping to see was Pokemon contests being renovated and just, being improved overall. In my what to expect video, I said that I wasn't expecting any of the Pokemon contests being like that, but I was very hopeful on Twitter. And we actually got a renovated Pokemon contest, which is very cool. There's a different aspect, a different element, a different thing that you can do in order to win these contests, and how you perform your Pokemon and how you have them shine to their best potential is very, very well demonstrated in the trailer, and something that changes the game for Pokemon, right? Because contests from Generation 3 up until now, they've been almost the same, and now to see something like this is amazing. So I'm very excited to give a Pokemon contest a go in this game, and definitely going to take advantage of the cute rink, because the cute rink is when it shines. But honestly, seeing the contest for what it is right now, I'm very satisfied with what it is. Now, speaking of renovations, the underground. The underground being one of the biggest main mechanics in this game, and they really renovated this place a lot. You can see how it's typically standard and traditional like the Nintendo DS versions, and when it comes to your secret bases, you have these statues. Now, these statues actually indicate some pathways that you can access to catch certain Pokemon, right? There's wild Pokemon that can pop up in these areas, and that they are not usually accessible throughout the game, and you can catch them through these underground passageways, which is a good indicator that they're really taking underground in a very serious route, in a sense, because they really want to emphasize that underground was a big part of Sinnoh, and I think they're capitalizing on that fantastically. Right, you can catch Munchlax in here, and then if you take a look at some of the previous screenshots, once again, Scorpions and whatnot, and Quagsires, really emphasizing that underground, playing a huge role into exploration and to catching Pokemon for your Pokédex. So now we get to take a look at Team Galactic. I'm honestly impressed with how they look. Now keep in mind, something that we didn't see are the Team Galactic commanders. Maybe they'll reveal that later on and as to what they do. But for the most part, if you take a look at this screenshot right here, I think this battle actually takes place in Veilstone City when Dawn loses her Pokédex or Lucas loses their Pokédex, and you team up and you battle them near the warehouse. So I think that's where it's taking place. And just based off the background, I think there's going to be a custom background, battle feature thing as you engage in every single Galactic fight, just to bring a different vibe and a different scenery in a sense for these battles, which is really cool. We get to see the screenshot right here as this Team Galactic grunt is in front of the Valley Windworks in Floroma Town, and Cyrus looking like an absolute menace. I love the background for this guy. I love the scenario, the scenery for this. I think this is probably the battle that you're gonna have either inside Celestic Town or by Spear Pillar or something like that. Not exactly too sure where these scenarios are coming out from, or if it's just how they're gonna look in general as you engage in these fights. But overall, very excited to see what Team Galactic has in store for us in this game. If they do something different, if there's going to be any new forms for Dialga and Pokeball, we're going to have to wait and see. We take a look at Celestic Town with Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit, which we didn't see in this trailer, but they are obviously in the game, but we have yet to see what use they have or if they made anything different for them, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Very excited to see Cynthia. Chibi style Cynthia is something I never thought I'd ever see in my life, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things like this, it's fine. I like how it's fine. Now you get to take a look at some of more screenshots of the Pokemon that you have access to. Leafeon, and you can see Elyon Mega. Definitely the Platinum Element Pokedex is implemented into this game. You're going to have a wide variety of teams in this game from seeing other people play this, and I'm very happy that you're going to have access to all that. They're not very hard to access them either, so just take your time, go through all the routes, get the items that you need, go to specific places if you need to level them up, like Leafeon, going to Eterna Forest and whatnot, and going to that Forest Rock to evolve it into a Leafeon. You know, all these Pokemon are very accessible, which is a very good thing. And I'm very excited to see what this game has in store for us. We end off in Galactic Town, and then we end off with the box art legendaries, Palkia and Dialga. I'm thinking that they're hinting that there are new forms for these Pokemon. Now again, there are a lot of things that they are keeping hidden and secret, so we are going to talk about that in a different video. But for the most part, for what we got in this trailer, now this is not going over what they were talking about in the second half of the trailer when they were talking about the elements and whatnot. This is just the base trailer in itself, and there's already so much to cover. Like, you can take a look at how long this video is going to be. You know, there was a lot to talk about, so I'm very satisfied with what we got. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you happy? Are you not happy? Is there something that you hope to see later on? Let me know, because I'm very interested to hear. But for the most part, very good direction, and shout out to Ilka, man. They have been doing a lot of work for these games behind the scenes, and with the lack of communication on all the companies' ends, I'm very satisfied with what we're getting. But hopefully we get to see more and learn something new, and hopefully get to see the answers to what we are looking for in terms of something new and something returning to the game, like Mega Evolution or something. But we can always remain hopeful. But for the most part, very nice, very nice indeed. That is going to be it for today's trailer breakdown. I am going to be making a breakdown video for Legends Arceus. That game is crazy right now. Very excited to cover it, so stay tuned for that. Probably should come out tomorrow by the time I finish making this video and uploading it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's it for me today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.